contemporary visual artist from Nueva Ecija. Elito Villaflor Circa, often known as Amang Pintor, is a well-known Filipino painter and globally recognized folk artist who works with indigenous human hair and blood fluids to create paintings with mythology and mythicalism themes. He was known as the first hair and blood painter of his time. On January 28, 1970, Amang Pintor was born in the old town of Pantabangan, Nueva Ecija, Philippines. Parents are Juan Lagas Circa and Josefina Salazar Villaflor. He was the youngest child in a family of 7. He began sketching on the walls of his house in Pantabangan town at a young age, using charcoal from the stove in their kitchen. At age 8, Amang Pintor started to use his own hair to make his paint brushes. At the age of 12, he started signing his drawings using his own blood to authenticate the artworks and later explore and experiment it as a medium in paintings. His education was supported by a scholarship from the World Vision Foundation and foster parents Cynthia and Leigh Brown from Perth, Australia, who helped him through secondary school where he was named Artist of the Year, until he graduated with a degree in elementary education from Central Luzon State University. Amang Pintor has never had any official art instruction and no formal education in painting. In 1978, Amang Pintor won his first award in a children's art competition. In 1993, he received a special cultural award. In 2007, he was recognized by his hometown as Pantabangan Folk Painter. In 2010, he received Art and Culture Gintong Butil Award from CLSU Alumni Association Incorporated. In 2010, recognized as a Philippine folk artist by the NCCA. Amang Pintor's works are featured in several art books, high school and university theses, international TV, radio, and newspapers not only in the Philippines but also in the whole world. He has exhibited his works and performed actual hand painting throughout the Philippines and the other parts of the world like Singapore and the United States of America. Here are some of his exhibitions in the Philippines. The Last Polio Victim Painting Exhibit in 2017 at Baguio Country Club 2-man show. Solo Exhibit The Last Polio Victim in 2016 at Farmers Hotel, Cabanatuan City, Rotary International. Solo Exhibit Care and Faith in 2016 at SM City, Cabanatuan. Notable artworks: President Rodrigo Duterte in the center of the triangle. Manny Pacquiao Hearted Fist. Pantabangan Resettlement. Contemporary performing artist from Ilocos Norte. Virino Montano is considered one of the titans of Philippine theater. He was a playwright, director, actor, and theater organizer with an output of 1 novel, 150 poems, and 50 plays in his 65-year lifetime. Through the foundation of the Arena Theater, Montano institutionalized legitimate theater in the Philippines. Montano was born in Lawag, Ilocos Norte. At the age of 13, he was under a British mentor, Marie Leslie Persing, who taught him the Western literature, the theater, and Shakespeare. He studied at the University of the Philippines and was part of the UP stage. Then, a scholarship took him to the famous playwriting workshops of George Pierce Baker at the Yale University. He was also guided by international personalities like Commissar Jebsky of the famous Moscow Art Theater. Soon, he was conferred a Master of Fine Arts degree in playwriting and production by Yale University. When he returned to the Philippines, he already had 16 major plays to his credit. As Dean of Instruction of the Philippine Normal College, Montano organized the Arena Theater to bring drama to the masses. He used his own money, about 8,000 pesos, to start the Arena Theater, a theater in the round. In 1953, the theater opened with 3 one-act plays and broke all records of all performances in Philippine theater history. Virino Montano received a Kalinangan Award from the City of Manila in 1968, Presidential Award for Merit in Drama and Theater in 1961, Citizens Committee for Mass Media Award in 1967 and 1968, Pamulinawan Award in 1981, and National Artist Award in 2001. Here is one of his notable works, Sabina.
Every time we were there still, but it's hard to coming. He playing happily with warm sun.
His published works also include The Love of Leonor Rivera, My Morning Star, But Not My Sons Any Longer, and Gabriela Silang. Contemporary visual artist from Antique. J. Elizalde Navarro was born on May 22, 1924 in Antique. He is a versatile artist, being both a proficient painter and sculptor. His devotion to the visual arts spanned 40 years of drawing, printmaking, graphic designing, painting, and sculpting. Being a young artist, Navarro was very passionate to create new ways of art. He experimented different kinds of painting using oil, acrylic, and watercolor. He also tried making sculpture and mixed media. He studied in the University of the Philippines, Manila as a Ramon Rosas publication scholar in 1947. The following year, he transferred to the University of Santo Tomas, where he studied fine arts with a major in painting. He graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in 1951. He held several exhibits at the Luz Gallery. He represented the Philippines in sculpture category at the São Paulo Bienal in Brazil in 1967, 1971, and 1980, and the Bienal de Arts Graphics in Brno, Czechoslovakia in 1972. His work was represented at the Yayasan Dharmaseni Museum, Neka, Bali, Indonesia in 1980. Elizalde Navarro is a national artist of the Philippines. Here are some of Elizalde Navarro's notable artworks. Barry's Dancer, a Maguindanao folk dance, and the Frog Dance. Contemporary visual artist from Rizal. Ramon Tapaya was born in 1980 in Montalban, Rizal, Philippines. Tapaya's works recurrently depict narratives embedded in Filipino cultural history. He graduated from the University of the Philippines College of Fine Arts and Goldsmiths. He also studied painting and drawing at the Parsons School of Design and the University of Art and Design in Helsinki, Finland. Now a multi-awarded international artist, Tapaya is considered as one of the leading Filipino visual artists of his generation. Tapaya started to gain widespread recognition by earning the APB Foundation Signature Art Prize and Nokia Arts Awards Asia in 2011. Tapaya's works have been showcased in galleries across Singapore, Italy, Germany, Tokyo, Hong Kong, and China. Here are his notable artworks. Abundance in Sunlight, Fortitude, Retrieving the Fire, Alamat ni Lamang, Contemporary visual artist from Rizal. Carlos Modesto Botong Villaluz Francisco was a Filipino muralist from Angono, Rizal. The national artist for visual arts is considered one of the Philippines' most distinguished muralists. He created enormous canvases that chronicled the mythical world of the Filipino and its history. often seeking inspiration from tradition, folklore, myths, legends, and customs. Carlos Botong Francisco studied at the University of the Philippines School of Fine Arts under the mentorship of portraitist and genre painter Fabian de la Rosa. In his early adult life, he worked as a layout artist and illustrator, and then as a collaborator with modern painters Galo Ocampo and Victorio Adades on commissioned murals. In 1938, he became an instructor at the newly established University of Santo Tomas School of Architecture and Fine Arts. In the 1940s, he frequently worked with filmmaker Manuel Conde as a screenwriter, costume designer, and set designer. He was declared as a national artist for visual arts in 1973. He received a Patnubay na Sining at Kalinangan Award in 1964. He won first prize at the exhibition of the Art Association of the Philippines National Museum in 1948. Here are his notable artworks. Pista sa Nayon, Harana, First Mass at Limasawa,